What's up, strongest men, women, and children from blocks all around the world? I am my block's strongest man, and I'd like to welcome you to my coverage of Central Georgia's strongest man, coming to you on March 27th, 2021, where I have been asked to do color commentary. Ciao, homie. Welcome back to My Block's Strongest Man, where we bring strongman into the mainstream by discussing all of the latest strongman events in the greatest analytic detail that you'll find anywhere on YouTube. If you haven't done so yet, subscribe to this channel. Make sure to comment below whether you agree or disagree with my videos. I love the engagement, and I respond to every single comment. Now on to today's topic. And so tonight we're going to spotlight Leo DICESARIS. So where did I first see Leo and become interested in him before I knew he was competing in Central Georgia's Strongest Man? Well, it was at the Mammoth Strain Challenge 5, and we'll get to that in a moment on how he performed there and how I think that will translate over, in addition to the prep that I'm seeing here, into his performance at this next competition. So, checking out Leo. He is in Columbus, Georgia. Second place Moss Wrestling at the Arnold Classic 2020. If you're not familiar with Moss Wrestling, it's all the rage these days and has become very popular again. It's done with a board in the middle of the two competitors who put their feet against the board and have to sort of wrestle and twist side to side against each other when facing each other, pressing against this same board from either side of it. It's really something to watch. Matt McDougall is actually really proficient at it if you want to go check him out and shoot him a message about it. He's very knowledgeable and proficient at it as well. So, looking into Leo's different posts, this one is a deadlift, so this is a 650 deadlift that he's doing here. It's for a single, 3 sets, and then he does, let's see, a 605 and then a 550 as well. So that gives us an idea there of what he's doing with his deadlift. We move on and he's got some log work going. So, log press, keg press, and farmer's sandbag training, and he tells me right there, thank you, sir, 85%, give or take, of contest range. So I get a chance to see how close he is to contest range right now. That log is looking really easy, so I don't see any problem with him hitting the contest weight on there, especially because he's doing multiple reps with it. That's 3 reps he's doing there. We'll move over to the next one, and here's the keg lift. And so again, he's saying this is about 85% of contest weight. Keg overhead, no problem whatsoever, and he's doing multiple reps with it once again. So that's 2 and probably 3 the same is going to be my guess. And yes, it'll be 3 reps there. We move on, and then here is where he's doing the farmers into sandbag training, and you'll see him start off with the farmers. And again, he's at 85% of contest weight, not full weight, but he's got a month to get there, number 1. And number 2, he's flying with those farmers. That's a lot of speed. So now he's going to come back with the sandbag, and this is similar to the setup that we're going to see at Central Georgia's Strongest Man, going out 50 feet with the farmers, back with the sandbag, and then what they're going to have to do is then return to where the farmers have been placed empty-handed, grab the farmers, and return them back to their starting position. That's how it will be set up at Central Georgia's Strongest Man. So again, he's looking strong there. We move through. Again, he's got some more deadlifting here. So this is a new rep PR. His program called for 8, but he says he definitely has 12 to 15 in him. And again, he's deadlifting very easily. This is, let's see, 1 by 8 at 550, touch and goes. Then he has stones on the next one, so we've seen him do some deadlift, but again, that's real easy for him. 550s for 8 reps. And I want to see the stones, so he's using some tacky here, and stone, how much does this stone weigh? 85% of contest weight again. So again, no problem. Like, he's putting that stone over. And stone over bar at the contest will be for maximum number of reps within the time limit. So he's flying through these reps right here. Again, it's 85% of contest weight. So I see no reason why he can't hit contest weight easily for multiple reps there. He's flying through it. And this is a 50-inch. He's saying, I think contest is 51. So, again, we have some more farmers here. This is longer ago, so he was only at 70% of contest weight here. And so, therefore, we can kind of cut it there and go over to my block's strongest spreadsheet and see what we have in terms of our analysis for Leo DICESARIS. So, going into the dumbbell keg, he did do a dumbbell at 85% of contest weight. Contest weight for him is the open men's super heavyweight, so that'll be this one right here, and I'm going to go ahead and mark that row so we can pick it out easily. And so contest weight for the keg would be 250. He says he's at 85% of contest weight, and so therefore that is 212.5 pounds, give or take. So I think I haven't seen anybody else doing keg in his class or in any class, so I think he is the fastest with that keg press. Moving on to the log. He did a 250 log for 3 reps, which would equal more or less a 265-pound max log press. He will be expected to do 295, but again, he said he was 85% of contest weight there and was doing it very easily. Again, I think he's quickest and most powerful off the log. Going into the axle, I did not see him doing any axle, so I'm going to have to make him sort of second best in the axle until I see him doing some of that, although he was very powerful in the log and in the keg. So I think that overall gives him, I've been doing these sort of averages, a 1.33 place, right? And so his competitor, Cody Reese, is slightly a higher number. Lower is better with my block's strongest algorithm, so I think that Leo takes the overhead press medley. He will win that event. Moving on to the deadlift. He was at 605 for 6 reps, which would equal more or less the 600-pound contest weight for that same 6 reps, right? 5 pounds is not going to make a big difference. And so deadlift is 4 reps. It's to be done for reps. So I believe he will do 6 reps and come in first on the deadlift. Moving on to the yoke carry. I did not see him do a yoke carry, but I think I'm going to have to say he's going to win that as well, given the other exercises that I've seen him do and the stuff that I've seen him do at Mammoth. We should actually go back and take a look at his performances at the Mammoth Strength Challenge, which are here. And again, here's his farmers at Mammoth. He did fantastic here, 350-pound farmers per hand. This was back this past January, followed by a 700-pound frame. And again, he's flying. No problem whatsoever there. And then we go take a look at his deadlift. This deadlift was 735 pounds, and the very interesting thing that he points out here that I never would have guessed but totally makes physical sense is it was being done on a dirt floor, so the weight dug into the ground the longer the contest went, and you can see divots there, so he ended up doing a 2-inch deficit deadlift here. It wasn't level ground, so 735 and a 2-inch deficit. So the guy's really powerful off the deadlift. And he ended up second in his class there to the aforementioned Big Mac Dougal. Go check him out too if you haven't. I did an awesome interview with him and Haley Manipul, both in the same interview. You should definitely check that one out. So, checking out what Leo was able to do there, and then let's take a look at one more video from Mammoth. Here is his deadlift. Again, very powerful off that 735 deadlift. And so, those are the reasons why I think he's going to do well in the yoke. I just think there's enough evidence from other similar events that will translate over. I could be wrong. We'll see. Going into the carry medley, we have a farmers, which I think he'll be the fastest in based on the evidence I've just shown you from his Instagram. Going to the sandbag, I think he and Cody Reese are equally good on the sandbag. I'm going to have to give Leo the edge on the farmers portion of the medley just because I have not seen Cody do farmers. And so I'm going to say that by a slight edge, Leo will win the carry medley as well. And going to stone over bar, I actually didn't write it down here because I didn't notice the stone until just right now. And so I'm going to say Leo will win the stone over bar as well because I don't think that Cody was practicing that yet. And what we'll do is to kind of balance that out, since I didn't see an actual yoke done by Leo DICESARIS, and I did by Cody Reese, the reason why I don't want to give it to Cody is because his yoke was at 600 pounds, and they're being asked to do substantially more 760. So I don't want to say that even though Cody has practiced it and Leo has not, that Cody will win it. I think he's too far off the weight at this point. If we get closer to the contest and he gets closer to the contest weight, I'll change my mind. So let's leave it there. How does that all balance out to predictions for Leo DICESARIS in the open men's super heavyweight class? Well, this is how. We go over to the predictions and taking a look at the men's open super heavyweight class, we can see right here that I think Leo DICESARIS will win that class. And the way that he does it is by 2 points, 2 out of 2 competitors in the class, 2 points for the press medley, 2 for winning the deadlift, 2 for winning the yoke, 2 for winning the carry, and 2 for winning the stone over bar. So that will give him a 10-5 win, unless I see some evidence from Cody Reese leading up closer to the contest that changes my mind in any of these. Thanks again for joining My Block's Strongest Man this evening. I hope you enjoyed it. And of course, until next time, as always, ciao, homie. So if you like this video and haven't done so yet, please consider subscribing using that button right there. And also, stay tuned for some other videos that you might love blooping up right there. This one is the one that YouTube thinks that you will like the best, and this one is the one that I think you will like the best. As always, share this with everyone, and until next time, ciao, homie.